Hello ladies and gentlemen, Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to the Elite Dangerous 1.4 beta server. And you know what? I'm going to do it just because so many people have asked for this. I am actually going to go and finally have a look at this ship. Now, if you haven't seen this before, this is the least used ship in the game. This is the Orca. And we're going to have a look at why it is currently the least used ship in the game. Now, I'm usually the person that kind of roots for the underdogs, and you can't get much more of an underdog than this ship. The thing is, though, I think this ship will have a very, very good forte later on in the game. The problem is I don't think that forte has actually been programmed into the game yet. So we are going to have a look at this ship and see what makes it tick, and to see what you can use this ship as. So as you can see from the outside, it's a very, very nice looking ship. It pretty much just looks like a space limousine. And basically, judging from the lore of this machine, that's pretty much what this thing is. It's a luxury liner. So this is this is a ship that celebrities will be flying around in and whatever. But enough at the pretty exterior. Let's go and have a look inside and see what makes this ship tick. So first of all, let's have a look around the cockpit. It's a very, very large, basically a very large bridge. You can't really call this a cockpit. And it's very nice. It's almost on par with some of the, well, it's almost on par with the Empire ships. It's not quite as nice, but it is a very pleasant bridge to look at. But anyway, let's have a look into the shipyard, and let's actually have a look at what the stats are of this machine. Here we go. So top speed 305 meters per second, so that's not bad. That's just cruising speed. Boost speed 386 meters per second, so again, that's not bad. It's nowhere near as fast as some of the smaller lighter ships, or even the Clipper, but that's no big problem. Maneuverability, yeah, it's 2 out of 10. So its maneuverability is not amazing, but we've seen other ships that handle well enough with 2 out of 10 maneuverability. FSD range, fully laden 6.81, fully unladen 7.44. These are just with the stock values though, so we're not paying too much attention to those. Shields 114, that's not too bad. At least we're in the 3 digits. Armour, we've got 396 even, and that isn't bad either. Hull mass, it's a fairly heavy ship, so it's almost like a bulletproof celebrity wagon, moving them from one space to the next. Cargo capacity, well, that's just what it comes with as standard. But this is what we're interested in. Hard points. 4 utility mounts, 2 medium hard points, and 1 large hard point. So that's not too bad. Internals, we've got 2 size 2, 1 size 3, 1 size 4, 3 size 5, and 1 size 6. So again, that's a fair amount of internal space. The problem is, this thing costs around about 50 million on the live servers, because all the beta server prices as of now are actually reduced by 10, well, not by 10%, they are reduced by 90%, so they're 10% of their actual normal prices. So just shift the decimal points 1 to the side, and add a 0 at the end, and that's pretty much what your prices are going to be. But let's quit out of here and have a look in the outfitting department. So as you can see, we have the 3 hardpoint mounts, and they are all mounted underneath the ship. because there's nowhere else to put them when you are here, because there's nowhere you're going to have them coming out here. The vast majority of this ship is canopy, although we actually fly this from down here, I believe. I could be wrong, because I do believe that's where we fly this from, and up here is all kind of crew, not kind of crew, but kind of passenger space. The problem is we don't have passenger space in the game yet. But anyway, like I said, we've got the hard points there. We have 4 utility mounts, so that's not bad. 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Internals. We've got a fair amount of space inside, but not as much as we would like. And there is a little bit of a problem with it, which I'll come to in a minute. But first of all, we have a Class 5 power plant, Class 6 thrusters, Class 5 frame shift drive, 6 life support, 5 on the power distributor, 4 on the sensors, and we have a 16-ton fuel tank. So this you're not going to get that many jumps out of this machine. So, on to the issue that I'm having with the cargo, well, not the cargo, but the internal compartments. The size 6 compartment, let's have a look at what we can equip here. Bearing in mind that this station has every single module available in the game, and we can only have hull reinforcement, cargo racks, and yeah, that's it. Hull reinforcement and cargo racks. That's all we can put in here. We can't put a better shield. We can't put fuel scoops. We can't put much there. And the thing is, it actually has the same thing with this one as well. So, hull reinforcement or cargo racks, and that's it. So these two, for some reason, cannot fit anything else apart from cargo or hull reinforcement packages. I don't know why this is, but I'm assuming it's a space that would to be taken up here, where there is literally not much structural support for it. So we can't put shield generators, we can't put other things there, because I have a feeling that these are going to be used for very different modules later on, when we actually have passenger missions implemented into the game. But it's not all bad, because the next Class 5 slot, the third one down, we can actually put whatever we want here. So we can go for shields, we can go for fuel scoops, we can go for whatever we want. So that's not too bad. So the Class 5 shield generator this Class 5 that you get is the largest class that you're ever going to be able to fit in this. And we also have the few little ones here, so we could theoretically turn this into some type of pirate ship. Although, I imagine that's going to be very interesting to see. But anyway, what we're going to do is I am actually just going to go and put some weapons on this machine, and then we're going to go and jump out and see what it's made of. Right, now as you can see, I've pretty much just put my standard choice of weapons on this ship. So we got 1 large pulse laser and 2 medium multi-cannons. So we're going to go outside and put this thing through its paces. Right, so we're outside and we're going to, as usual, see how well this thing accelerates, decelerates and pitches. So let's go from stop to full. Now it has got a very unique engine sound as well, and it kind of accelerates not too quickly but not too slowly either, so it's kind of middle of the road. So what we're going to do now is slow all the way down to stop and see how well that works. Well, that's not bad at all. So let's try and see how well a boost start goes. Well, with the boost start we managed to get to our top speed but not actually exceed it. So let's boost again. So just shy of 380 meters per second. So let's slow down to the blue. And let's see how well this thing pitches. Now, it's not that bad, I suppose, but it's not the greatest either. It's about the same as the Federal gunship, I'd imagine. But anyway, let's get out there and look for something to shoot at. Well, this looks promising. Yep, we have them wanted. So, let's see how well this ship actually handles fighting a Cobra.
Target shields offline. Scan detected.
Well, that's not too bad, but then again, we didn't really give him much of a chance.
Under attack.
It's nice to see that I'm not getting a bounty on my head just for attacking. But let's put all the peps into engines now because we really needed to keep up with this guy.
Frameshift charge detected.
Oh no, you don't. Come back here, you. Let's put the good speed to some use.
Target destroyed.
Okay, so we've got one of the most, well, the most nimble ship in the game. Let's see if we can actually kill it. Let's give it a bit of a head start. There we go. Well, that wasn't exactly hard, was it? They will oblige and give it, and basically just fly around with those shields. Oh yeah, it would help if I put power into the weapons.
Under attack.
Now, yes, it is very difficult to actually keep this guy in view. But the fact that he's booming and zooming actually makes it a little easier. There we go, we've got him.
Target destroyed.
Now, I am having to make really liberal uses of the boost here. Alright, let's get in range of this guy.
Under attack.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
This is a very heavy ship, so ramming is a very good option. It's one of the few tactics that works really well. The only problem is you're not that manoeuvrable, so it's going to be a bit difficult to actually find your mark. But as you saw, it's been fairly easy taking out these ships because they're not exactly a big threat. If I were to jump into, well, let's just say one of the new hazardous resource extraction sites, I probably wouldn't last very long, especially in the ship as it's actually fitted now. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to go and jump back to the starport, land, and we're going to outfit this ship a little better, because I don't see the point in actually making two videos about this ship, so I'm just going to make the one.
This facility operates under regulation forbidding the use of aggression in or around the Starcom makes pilots for this cooperation.
Bring this one a little more gently than I normally would.
Docking successful.
There we go.
Engines disengaged.
So let's get inside and see what we can do to make this ship a little better. Right, so first of all, as this ship doesn't have the best manoeuvrability or the most amount of weapons, let's have a look at what this ship might naturally be used for. Let's have a look at a trading vessel. So what we're going to do is we are going to go and max out all the cargo capacities here. Well, here we are. We have actually fitted this Orca out for trading. We've gone for an A4 power plant because we've dropped the class down one and gone for the A-rated. The reason being is A-rated power plants actually keep your heat lower. They have more efficient heat management. And also, if we were to go for the D5, it would pretty much be less power than what we have at the moment. So the A4 actually generates 0.3 of a megawatt more power. So we get a little bit more power. We have roughly the same weight, maybe a little heavier. So our jump range might be a little bit lower. We've got the D-rated thrusters. We could drop these down a bit as well if we wanted. We could take these down to D5s and give ourselves an 18 light year jump range. So reducing the mass even further. The problem is that would make the ship even more unresponsive. Well, not unresponsive, it'd just make it a little bit less manoeuvrable. But you can do that if you wish. But the only upgrade you're going to be getting is an upgrade to jump range. Frameshift drives the best one. Life support D. Power distributor D. Sensors D. I mean, we could also drop the power distributor down. We could go all the way down to a D1 if we wanted. And that'd take us again up to an 18.2 light year jump range. But we wouldn't be able to boost. We wouldn't be able to do much. And this is also still with weapons. If we were to sell the weapons, that would actually bring us up to a much better jump range as well. There. So with no weapons, we actually have an 18.25 light year jump range. So let's go back to the internal. Let's have a look. If I drop the thrusters down to a 5D, 18.47. Let's just see what that is then. Frameshift drive will be that. Life support. Power distributor, let's see what if we drop that down to a 1D. 18.68. So, not really that much of an upgrade. So I'll leave that as it is for now. But that's not the main thing. The main thing here is the fact that we carry 176 tons of cargo. Now, that's more than a Type 6. It's possibly a little bit more than an ASP. It's certainly not more than the Python. The Python can carry 280 tons of cargo. Maybe a little more if you don't use a docking computer. Not only that, but the Python can land on medium pads. This ship actually has to dock in large docking bays. So you cannot land on outposts. So that really hampers this ship as well. Along with a fuel capacity of only being 16 tons. At least I do believe that the Python has a 32-ton fuel tank. I might be wrong there, I can't remember. Yep, I was right. The Python has a 32-ton fuel tank. And 56.9 million, so basically 57 million all but the kicking and screaming. Which is about 10 million difference. The other thing is, though, is that we do have the Type 7. Here we go. This one also takes a large docking pad, but this one can actually carry over 200 tons of cargo, potentially. It comes with over 100 as standard, so you can pretty much double that straight off the bat. If I remember rightly, the maximum cargo you can take in this is about 220 odd, I believe. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But it's certainly more than the Orca, and it takes the same docking pad. Other than that, we also have the ASP. The ASP can take over 100 tons quite easily. Not only that, but we also have the Type 6. That can take just over 100. I think it's 104 is the maximum cargo this can take, and it's a medium pad. and it costs nowhere near as much as the Orca. Now, I am slating this ship quite a bit at the moment, just because I don't really see where this ship can actually excel at the moment. But let's give it the benefit of the doubt anyway, and let's go and outfit this ship for combat. Okay, so here we are, back with the Orca after it has actually been outfitted for combat. So, let's go and have a look at what we have. So, let's go to the internals. So, as usual, everything's pretty much A-rated apart from the life support. I've actually this time A-rated the sensors because I want to see what's coming. We've also got some hull reinforcement packages in in these two internal compartment slots, because it's either that or cargo racks. There's nothing else we can put in there. So we've gone for 2 hull reinforcement packages. We've got a shield generator and a shield cell bank. Now, we can only have basically the class 5 shield generator. We can't have a class 6 because this doesn't actually allow us to have one. As I said, it's either hull reinforcement or cargo racks. So which also means that we've only got class 4, 3 and some 2s to actually fit multiple shield cell banks if that's what you want to go for. The problem is, after you actually finished using the class 5 shield cell banks, you'll have to start using these in tandem if you want to have more to actually be able to fill your shields to the degree that you need them. But we've got the best A2 frameshift drive interdictor here. We've got a docking computer. I mean, we don't even have to have this because we want to see how it lands. So what we're going to do, class descending, and we're going to go and have a look for some hull reinforcement packages. Here we go. So pretty much nothing but hull reinforcement packages as far as the eye can see. What our A5 shield generator and a B5 shield cell bank. Why B5? Because I prefer to have more charges that do a little bit less than have less charges that do a little bit more. I just like the ability to use it more times. And the next thing we need to have a look at quickly is the hardpoint setup. Now, I have gone for a fixed burst laser here, just because I wanted to save a little bit of power. And I've kind of cheated here. I've gone for 2 missile racks. Because they're something I don't use all that often. And I did have a test around on this ship previously, and you'll see why I chose these anyway. We've also got a kill warrant scanner, chaff launcher, and 2 shield boosters. And as you can see, we are running a little over, well, more than a little over our power usage, but I have managed to get that under control with power priority. So let's get outside and see how the A-rated Orca works. Okay, this looks promising.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Under attack. Scan detected.
Go on, let's get this thing turned around and actually face this guy.
Scan detected.
Come here. Well, this is one of the reasons why I'm choosing to take missiles, because any other type of fixed weapon is really not the best when it comes to the Orca. At least I find this myself, because then again, I am a bit of a fixed weapon kind of noob, so to speak. Let's just at least take the shields down. Come on. That's what happens when I'm talking and trying to fight at the same time. But the lack of manoeuvrability in the ship does make it a little bit less suited for
Target shields offline.
for fixed weapons. tried to go for the ram there and missed it. If I'd have actually kind of thought about it a split second or so earlier, I might have actually caught you. Ah, missed him again. It's taking so long to kill him, we've actually got the police coming to help us. They must feel sorry for me.
Target shields offline.
There we go, that's easier. Right, let's go and see whether any of these guys are wanted.
Scan
Now there are
detected.
people that actually swear by this ship. Now the problem is, I just can't see that. Now it is always fun just watching the sidewinder go boom. We've got another one over there. Let's go see if we can replicate this.
Scan detected. Frameshift charge detected.
Oh, but you're not getting away, my son. Come back here. Authority vessel, and a hauler. Not sure if this guy's wanted as well. He might be. Let's go and find out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, moving a little bit too quickly there. Now he's clean. But like I said, the manoeuvrability of this ship just isn't good enough to actually justify going for combat. I mean, yes, if you're in a wing, you can be a great support ship. Well, I say great support ship, you can be an average support ship. Because you don't need to be the one doing all the turning and manoeuvring. You can just sit back and fire on the ships that are attacking your wing. If anybody comes onto your 6, they'll just take care of it for you. So this will be a fairly decent ship in a wing, although it's not something I'm going to be using myself. Alrighty, so let's see how well this thing puts down now it has actually been upgraded. So we're on pad 25, and it's a little bit easier this time because it is further away from the door. And again, well, obviously again we've got a large docking pad because it's not as if this ship can use anything else.
Docking successful.
And it was a little easier to put down this
Disengaged.
time, I must admit. Those upgraded thrusters really did give you a little bit more control over the ship. Now, currently, I don't think that the Orca is the... well, it's certainly nowhere near the top 10 of ships which are best for combat. But I do think it could possibly be interesting. I think the main reason we are having so much... well, I'm having so many issues with it, especially with the manoeuvrability, is all these hull reinforcement packages I put on the ship. If I were to swap these out for cargo racks and perhaps go for some kind of pirate build, I do think that because the weight of the ship would be so much lower, because let's have a look here, shall we? Let's check to sell that one. Yeah, we're nearly 1,000 tons with this ship, so that's a lot of weight to be throwing around with A6 thrusters. I mean, yes, we can mass lock some ships, but we don't have the manoeuvrability to keep up with them, because all the ships that we can mass lock will be more manoeuvrable than us. But I think if we swapped these out for cargo racks, yes, we would potentially be taking more damage if our shields go down, but we'll be more manoeuvrable, at least a little bit more, and we'll have the ability to actually pick up cargo. So it will be fairly interesting to see how this ship would work as well, at least a potential pirate ship, although it's certainly not going to be ideal. The only real reason a lot of people seem to buy this ship is for the look, or at least if they've lost a dare. No, I'm sorry, I am giving this ship a lot of crap right now. But it is a very good looking ship, and I know for a fact that it's going to see a massive resurgence when we get passenger missions. Not just that, but I do believe that this ship is actually designed as a submersible. Now, I haven't been able to find any kind of proof on this. I've even had members of the Wolfpack looking for this for me, and we've come up with nothing. The most we've come up with is this concept art here. Now, this does look very interesting, and as you can see, we have an Orca there, we have a beluga liner, and they're all underwater. Now, I do believe this to be actual concept art from Frontier, and it would, like I say, suggest that this ship is designed to be used as a submersible. It's certainly shaped the way of a submersible, and it has different engines on the back. It has actually the same engines that the Federal Assault Ship has, and similar fins to the Federal Assault Ship, which is what makes me think that the Federal Assault Ship is also going to be used as a submersible. But I could very well be wrong. At the moment, this is all unconfirmed and mere kind of speculation as of yet. But as soon as we get the ability to land technically on water worlds, we won't know any different. But anyway, that's pretty much been my view of this ship. I do think it is kind of a fish out of water. Pun totally intended there. At the moment. Until at least we get passenger missions. When we get passenger missions, I do think we will see a massive resurgence of this ship. But by the time we get them, I do imagine we'll have the beluga liner and the Imperial. There's another one that's supposed to be coming, which I can't remember what it's called. I know somebody in the comments will chirp it in, especially Dark Widow, because he's dying for this ship to turn up. But anyway, at the moment, I don't see as there is much use for this ship unless you really want to look nice flying around. But, please, this is just what I think at the moment. If you do disagree, please let me know in the comments. If you can think of something else that might work well for this ship, again, put it down in the comments and I may take a look at it. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If so, please do hit that like button. It really does help my channel out. And if you haven't already, join the Wolfpack by hitting that big subscribe button. You'll get notifications from whenever I release new videos. And if you're still hungry for more Elite Dangerous content, check out the list of my affiliated channels down the right. And until next time, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.